All right, my name is Johannes. I am a breathwork instructor. I have a company called Breathless Expeditions. We teach breathwork all across Australia, the world, in many different formats, and raising the standard of instruction in the field of breath, respiration, and its role in human transformation. And here at TGOM today, creating some magic and a wonderful opportunity to actually guide every single man here through an incredible breathwork experience yesterday, including this fella.
Including this guy right here. My name is Keagan Bizzell. I am a men's work coach and facilitator, and I own Australia's largest disability support company for men. And fucking pumped to be here. Really pumped to be here. It's always a pleasure to be back every year, sitting next to this beautiful man, which I finally got the pleasure to meet in the flesh.
We just met like yesterday, bro. I didn't even know you have a disability support company. I love this.
Yeah.
For men specifically.
Yeah. So it's like all one-on-one mentoring for men. Yeah, so we bring... The cool thing is, like, it started with the foundation of men's work, and then we were just bringing, like, solid men in to support guys that were really struggling. Mostly, like, PTSD, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder. And it's just grown massively over the last couple of years.
You've infiltrated the matrix.
Yeah.
This is actually incredible.
Entry.
So, fully supported in government systems, but then you're actually sending these incredible grounded, embodied men into that field. Like, what a gift.
Yeah. And
That's
we do a lot of breath work with them, which is cool, especially with our staff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because the staff needs a lot of support as they're doing this work. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been a fun journey. And it all started with men's work. That's why I love being here.
I love this. I didn't know this. I love this integration of like fields combining things that you wouldn't usually put together, and also seeing the work in the space of men's work like evolving to have more niche offerings. Like, let's do men's work with kids, with disability support, in disempowered places, after disaster care, like anywhere, you know, champions like yourself going out and bringing this. I do something, I guess, somewhat similar, or at least I've made my variation. We do like a very specific expedition, which is like wilderness work.
Yes.
And then bringing men's work into that. So we do twice a year, which is only guys stepping out into the wilderness, like 4 days of like hardcore winter stuff, which is just epic.
That's in the Blue Mountains?
Snowy
Mountains.
Snowy Mountains. Yeah. So New South Wales. We also do one in Mount Hotham near Victoria. We've done them in Japan, New Zealand, like Kilimanjaro, like really cool stuff.
Japan would have been sick.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Oh,
the
man.
snowflakes are like the size of your hand, and they just do not stop coming, you know. And yeah, it's really cool.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it was similar for me, bro. I did men's work, and I just had this calling of like, how do I bring this to my world and to what I know and what I see? And then I guess that's sort of like, in my case, it was like, what do I need and how do I create it, right? And that was a good starting place for me.
So where did your men's work journey start? Or like even, was your breathwork journey the same as your men's work journey?
Yeah, I think the two go together. I became like obsessed with everything breath and also facilitating that. So like learning and just, I mean, I was 20. I wanted to be the best. You know, I was like, I'm going to be the best instructor in this. And
hanging out with women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, like a little bit of probably compensating and just wanting to do a good job at all of this, right? Which was a beautiful intention, but there was elements of it that were like, but that drove me in the beginning, and it was just like, how can I pick up different pieces from everywhere? So, you know, I went to drumming circles, 4, 5, 6 day events, like quest work, a lot of psychedelic work, went to Peru, I climbed a lot of mountains, did a lot of freediving stuff, but I was also looking for these like edges in terms of facilitation, and that was actually really cool, like going to spaces like TGOM, to be honest, like sitting in like, this is not a festival, I would say, or I think it's a festival of men's work, but those type of spaces, and going to a lot of different workshops, a lot of different experiences, picking up what people were putting down and how they were doing it, and like how to drum in a rhythm with other people, right? How to spend 4 days in the bush and not hate each other, you know, how to learn, and you name it, like conscious loving and like permaculture, and but there was always this thread throughout it of like, how can I tie this back, or what can I have learned here to bring into my facilitation? And my entry point was always like, how do I make the most amazing experiences for people?
Yeah.
That was the goal from the beginning, was like, how do I run a workshop that's like not a 6, not a 7, it's a fucking 10.
Yeah.
You know, every single person comes in and every single person gets the experience they need, and they leave feeling like more whole, more light, but also wanting more, and then wanting to bring other people back with them, and voila. Like it worked.
So, dude.
And so men's work was a part of that. It was like one of the things I kind of, like I stumbled into like my own exploration of how do I be better. And then of course there's little pokes when you go there, and every single one of these things. But with men's work specifically, it was a bit like, hey, like I'm just here to improve myself. Stop calling out this stuff, you know, like stop naming these addictions that you have, which like the first men's circle I did was I didn't speak, I didn't share. I just sat there, and it was just this whole night of going like, yes. Oh, you watch that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, you have this thing? Oh my God, you're jealous, you're anxious, you're rigid, you're disconnected, you can't feel your feelings. Like, tick, 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 tick. And it came my turn, and I was just like,
yes to all of that.
I didn't have anything to say. I was speechless, but it changed something on a really deep level. And that was an invitation of like, keep going.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Say a word or two.
I loved being a part of your breathwork yesterday, because to hear about the way that you hold yourself in your practice, in your craft, and then to actually see it and be a part of it, felt really special. And I remember laying down, and the track started to roll in, and your voice was so grounding and guiding. The way that you were guiding me through with your voice, it took me to another place. And it's just like you knew the things to say, right? You've been doing it for a long time. You knew the things to say, and I felt very at home. I felt very at peace, and I think that's why I was able to really relax into the breath. Because typically I've gone to breathwork things, and I've huffed and puffed, and I've not really gone anywhere.
I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, and it actually to the point where I've said to many people, like, I don't like breathwork. The only breathwork that I like is just slow and gentle, because all the other breathwork was just like huff and puff, and I wouldn't really go anywhere, and that would be it. But yesterday, completely different.
You went somewhere.
I went somewhere.
Care to share?
Yeah, it's a bit crazy because I don't remember 90% of it. I remember about, I reckon, 10 minutes all up. I had some prophetic visions come up. I was meeting different parts of myself in front of me. I was overseas at one point in Afghan, like in a trench, and that was really healing for me, actually.
That's huge.
Yeah, I had a chat to one of the facilitators before I went in, Lex, and was just sharing like how I've never gone overseas, and I hold a lot of shame and guilt over that. And you know, I got to the battalion when he got there, and just like these pieces that I was really struggling with inside of me. And after that conversation, I said to him, I think I need to go breathe, because I was just crying. And so I went and laid down, and then the first thing that came through was me. I was over there. It's like I got teleported over there with the men.
Goosebumps, eh?
And it was this reconciliation of like, I didn't go, but I feel at home with the men that went, and I feel okay not going, because I felt like I was there through their experience. So it was this, I came out the other side going, oh, I actually don't wish I went at all. I'm really happy with how my life turned out. And that's the first time in my life that I've had that. And then the rest was just a black mystery to me. But people were saying I was doing some things.
It was a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really
yesterday was a journey. Thank you for sharing that. I actually been meaning to ask you. It was a bit cheeky to pull it out on camera, but I'm kind of glad I did. Yeah, there was a lot there. So out of the 200 kernels of corn that were in the pan, there was not many left by the time we turned the stove on. There was, but to me that was. I mean, it's a bit of it's an analogy, but that was the intention with that particular process coming into it. Like, I know this happens a lot in these types of spaces, and I, in my kind of young gun days, did also facilitate at festivals and things, and just turn it up as loud as possible.
Yeah.
You just create a lot of what you describe, which is like, perhaps people even do a little bit of posturing, performing, and one thing that's great about TGOM, by the way, is that doesn't happen here, which I'm loving. But it's also up to the facilitators to create a space where people can actually explore their internal landscape like authentically,
Yeah.
right? Without having to sort of be or do what other guys are doing or have a big experience just because they feel like I need to be shouting or crying or screaming or X, Y, and Z, right? And so for me, it was a really like a process of coming in, like, how do we really set everybody, there's a lot of guys, how do we set everybody up to really have a deep and profound experience of their truth? It looks very different for every single person. Doesn't mean that everybody is going to have visions. Doesn't mean that everybody is going to experience an emotion that they perhaps usually can't get to. Doesn't mean that everybody is going to have these like strong physical urges to do, move, or experience certain parts. It's more just like whatever they need at that particular time. We aced it. Like, we fucking aced it. We really did. It was beautiful. It was deep, and every single person got the personal experience. It doesn't look great. It looks not so good at all.
Being in it was great, and I also
I
would have loved to see it as well.
Yeah.
And I know that, you know, the build up to get to the breath work, there's a lot of stuff that happens already. So the guys are really open. They feel so fucking safe here. That's one of the best things that I love about TGOM is people come with a lot of anxious energy. They come with a lot of hesitation. They come with maybe a little bit of anger or frustration that things have happened in their life before. But when they arrive here, they're greeted so well, and I just know that they feel like they're welcomed and they're safe and they're held, and they're going to be honored for whatever they bring and when they choose to bring it.
100%, but they're also challenged, and that's what you brought. Like, it was on the same day, and it was like, in my pod, in my crew, we have a team of us that went through the experience together, which was really awesome. Your morning exercise actually created like a lot of friction. Like friction, like I guess like a confrontation. Like yesterday, I don't want to give too much of it away, but it was a very interesting, it was beautifully done, this like teasing out healthy challenge. Like I felt like physical boundary, not just talking about it, but like physically learning, holding my space, your space, take up space, give space. And then that just went into it just kept building and building. So like what you brought, which was it was just awesome. Like, it was really embodied, but it was also enough to kind of push a few buttons, right? Which was necessary. Like safe, but then also like we needed to warm the butt up a little bit. Yeah.
The shares after the push and play are always my favorite, because there's so many varying levels of what people have gone through, and I think getting their heart rate up, getting them moving whilst doing the challenging things that we did, just brings out another thing that brings out things that men probably haven't experienced or gone through in a very long time. I relate it to like playing a tough footy game. Like, a lot of these men probably haven't done stuff like that in a very fucking long time.
I like that for the team element. I think that was something really interesting, and because there's such a big range, it's sort of like, oh, there's guys that would normally not identify with someone who likes or does or wants to or needs physical challenge, right?
Yeah.
But that changes when you add a team element, I think, because there's such a richness there that really showed up in that process for me.
Some dudes can't carry or lift, and other dudes have to pick up the slack, and then some dudes are tall, some dudes are short, and just creates this cool dynamic. I'd love to know, from your point of view, like, the first time you being here, no doubt that was a little bit of there's like unknowingness to what unfolds here, or like how the space is held. I'd love to know how you've felt over the last couple of days just being here and what you've noticed.
I won't lie, like some of the stuff you guys do is edgy, man. Absolutely, even for someone who like a 10-year veteran in this kind of like type of work. And so I think what's beautiful about that is it's a great equalizer. Like, you're there, whether you like it or not.
Of me.
There is actually no stepping out. 100%. As a facilitator, like, you are there. It's stripped right back, right at the very start, actually, which is quite profound, because it just levels it, and I in such an interesting way, and it's really powerful. There could not be a more symbolic, more powerful way of this, that great equalizer of like, I'm maybe one step ahead in one particular thing, but I'm fucking right here with you, and like, we're walking this together, and you're 5 steps ahead in something else, and let's share and let's just learn. And one thing that's really cool, and this is actually what I came for, bro, is just like to make friends, to meet bros. And so there's a really powerful facilitator team here. including yourself. I've had some wonderful chats, just hopping in the river, just hanging around, and just having fun, man. Like today, I've participated in like 3 workshops already, and I'm doing different things. I'm learning different things. I'm fully in the hot seat of my own experience, and everybody actually is. So it's killer, man. It's killer, and like there's enough of like a challenge and a variety and like a depth, and at the same time, like there's just cool dudes here, man. Like I actually have reconnected with guys that I met 8 years ago, 9 years ago, 1 year ago, and they're just here participating, or some of them maybe facilitating, or one guy's cooking.
Kenny.
Yeah, man. Like, I haven't seen him in like 4 years. Yeah. And it's like, oh, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, man, I just fucking love coming here and cooking every year. And I was like, bro, like, that's amazing. Keep sneaking me those chocolates. Kenny, shout out. Yeah. Okay, how about you? How about you coming back? Like, what's different? What's growing?
Coming back, I am always amazed at how the EMI team managed to weave so many different elements within TGOM. Like, and I don't want to spoil it too much, but there's a poetry element.
It's actually one of the best things.
Like storytelling and bringing like the mytho-poetic movement into this space, and because this is kind of where it originally started, where the mytho-poetic men's movement started, and then you've got someone like Leon who like feeds it into this journey that we're going on, which is really beautiful. And that's not actually something that's very alive in me, I would say, reading or poetry, but it's I can appreciate it for what it is, and the journey that he takes the men on. And it's really symbolic, the stuff that he talks about. He's essentially talking about, I guess, like a version of the hero's journey, which a lot of men are going through here on this weekend, within this beautiful story. So that's a piece I love. The play piece I love. There's guys doing rope flow. There's guys this afternoon that are going to be doing a drumming circle. There's guys just sitting down, having a chat, having a laugh, like, you know, rolling around on the ground. There was jiu-jitsu, like, you name it. There's shit here for everyone.
I've learned to play didgeridoo from a really beautiful indigenous man today. I've done all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That workshop's one of my favorites.
No, Wantanga. This was a participant. Yeah, no, this was just happening like during breakfast.
Oh, wow.
Because I've been practicing, but I've always wanted to play with someone who holds that true line, and I've just been practicing on over in the mountains, and he taught me how to feel the rhythm of the. This was happening when you guys were having breakfast, bro.
that is why I love TGOM.
Oh yeah, it was killer. It was killer.
It's like a festival.
Oh yeah, I was hanging out with Robert Glover in the river, and you don't want to know what we're talking about. But it was good, man. It was like, fuck yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, it was epic. Love that.
That's why I keep coming back. It's addictive.
I can see that.
Yeah,
100%.
I feel at home here. I really
100%.
do. I feel fully seen, fully accepted. I feel myself.
Well, and the participation, like that, you going through the breathwork yesterday, and then it was something beautiful there too about in the morning you pushed us and you set the stone, and in the evening we held you. And you know, that was really apparent in that too. So yeah, honoring that in you too, bro. Like being here, but being here.
Yeah.
You know, and like that's what I'm here for this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great reminder that we're all still doing the work just as much as the participants are. And for me,
100%.
Like, that's why I had to do the breathwork yesterday. I'm just like, you know what, I need to do this because there's something that I need to work through. And you guys, the facilitators, I trust you. You can hold me. Let's fucking go.